everybody, Ghost Fox here with a look at the WOYING V1 gaming headset. Here's the box that it comes in. This is obviously, Chinese product, and this is an entry-level gaming headset. It is one of the units that is USB, but only to power the LED lighting. And I'll show you what that looks like here. So this is a look at the headset, and pretty straightforward design. The volume is over here on the ear cup. Interestingly enough, down is up and up is down. So to turn the volume down, you actually slide it up, and to turn the volume up, you slide it down. Now, that may be because it's on the rear part of the ear cup, and maybe they just thought that was a more intuitive direction. I'm not entirely sure as to why. The plugs, as I mentioned, are right here. You have the speakers, the microphone, and the USB, which is only used to power the LED lighting. We'll take a look at that. So you just plug it in, if I can find the right spot here, and this is how they are lit. And this is an on or off simply based on whether or not you have it plugged into the USB port. There's really nothing else to it. It's a single cable, it's pretty thick, and it has this sort of sparkly kind of design. If you can see that, the entire cable sort of has those sparkles to it. Not entirely sure why they went with that choice, but that's what they went with. This is not an expandable, but is a sort of extendable headband here, and it expands out pretty far. I mean, obviously nobody's head is that big. You could stick this on a pumpkin, but the headband itself does slide in and out here to accommodate pretty much any head size, so it's really easy to fit on. This does not have any sort of noise cancellation. I mean, it barely muffles, honestly. The ear cups are quite large on these, if you can see there. They are quite large and round, so if you have bigger ears, this might be something that you could look into, because it is one of the bigger ear cups that I have seen, particularly on these entry models. They're not particularly deep ear cups. I would say, maybe average, but they don't really create much of a seal. Surprisingly, I would say they're kind of loose. They don't really muffle a lot of the sound. The microphone is located right here on the left ear cup. Here's a look at the outside of the left ear cup. And then here is a look at the inside, with the microphone being located right there. And that, I think, is absolutely nothing. It's just the screw. I was looking for a button to mute the microphone, but there is none. There is no way to mute the microphone at all. There's nothing inline. There are no inline controls. The only volume control is on the rear here, and there is no way to mute the microphone. Now let's talk about the quality of this headset. The speakers in this are above average, but not really great. The real problem that you have is that while they do give a full range of sound, there's a decent amount of every frequency, low, medium, and high across the board. As soon as you get into higher volumes, it gets extremely muddy. So it's all of the frequencies kind of jumble together. That is the product of a somewhat inferior or lower end speaker, so it was kind of what I was expecting to hear. This is about a $20 range headset. This is an entry-level, inexpensive headset. Now, oftentimes when you are picking one of these, your choice really is going to come down to style for the most part. So stylistically, if you like this, it is similar to other units. However, if you're looking for good sound quality, I believe that there are some other units that do have superior sound to this particular one. Also, talking about the quality, you have to take a look at the microphone, and I have to say that when I did my recordings on this, I was quite disappointed. Now, I say that because the microphone has too much static, too much background hiss, and even with the noise isolation turned on in Windows, where that normally completely gives me a flat sound wave and I have nothing in the microphone, this still had static. I really couldn't believe it, honestly. I was kind of surprised. I had to double check my Windows settings because my drivers My MSI drivers, I know for a fact, have built-in noise canceling if I'm just plugging this in. But unfortunately, this didn't even take that much advantage of that. So there's always some static present. Now it's not loud, it's not a lot, but it is there, and it is definitely worth mentioning. The audio quality is pretty good. I think it comes in at around 44,000 hertz, which is like CD quality voice, but that static is there, and that's just not extremely desirable. Now, if you're not playing a lot of online games and talking to people over things like Skype or TeamSpeak or something, it's probably not a big deal for you, but it's definitely worth mentioning. So, you know, you have an entry-level headset with, you know, a particular style of its own, and probably, you know, I want to say average or maybe below average microphone just because of that static issue, and some above average sound. But again, at high volumes, it's going to get muddled on you. So that's kind of what you can expect out of the WOYING V1 gaming headset, entry-level model. And that is a pretty close look at it. If you liked the video, feel free to give me a little like or a thumbs up and let me know. And as always, I'm happy to answer any questions about anything that I've reviewed. So thanks a lot for watching.